Hello, so welcome to Cookie's Fishing Capers, and I'm here at Baden Hall on the Middle Pool, and I'm on peg 21 today, which is on the side, opposite side actually to where I was fishing the last time. I'll just give you a bit of a show of where we're at the minute. So there you go, there's my rods, and I'm fishing the opposite end to where I was the last time. Now between you and me, I was hoping to get back on that peg 34 to be honest, but it is what it is. It's now 11:15 and both rods are out. So there's the one on the Tesco's Chick Peas, and this one is now going to be on Aldi. As you can see, there's a big difference between the two, and I've set them up with the PVA Mesh. I don't know if you just saw that video. I've had to put two back lids onto the rods because there's a bit of a drift on the water and all the leaves have come into my peg, which is a bit frustrating. And I was also talking to a couple of guys a bit earlier, just trying to find out how it's been fishing on here, and apparently it's been fishing really tough. Apparently there's been a lot of people being pestered by Bream, and there was two chaps on these pegs last night, and they'd done I think 24 hours and they'd had one carp each. Another people on the point just up there had fished since Friday and blanked. So I'm trying to measure my expectations here. I'm a little bit nervous, but at the same token I'm going to give everything I can with those chick peas, and we'll see how we get on. So catch you in a bit. How about that? I'd say he's a mid-double. I'm going to weigh him. What a fantastic start. Look at the paddle on that. Fantastic. Brilliant. Very happy indeed. Catch you in a bit. So we have another one. Common. I'm not going to weigh this one, but I'm going to hesitate. 13-14 pound. The previous one was about 16. In fact, I did weigh it, so I'll double check what that was earlier. But yeah, I'm the only one to be catching this side of the middle pool as well, so I'm very happy. And it's on the chick peas again, and that one was on Tesco's again, so it's 2-0 to Tesco. Okay, so 2 or 3 hours in now, I've had that two nice fish. What I've done, I've actually caught about 3 or 4 bream since. So what I've done is I've gone back to feeding them out. So I've put probably a best part of a tin out there now, just trying to keep the swim going, because the carp, where the bream are, the carp are definitely there. But yeah, can't grumble. Great start. Catch you in a bit. Well, what do you reckon to that? The third one, I'm going to weigh this one. I reckon 15-16 pounds, and that was on the ALDI Chick Pea. So it's 2-1 to Tesco. Right, so yeah, I'm having a great day at the moment. 3 carp, all 3 decent fish in my opinion. And I think a guy next door to me's had a carp, like a mirror. Everywhere else is pretty quiet on here at the minute. And as I said to you earlier, feeding out those chick peas. Keep feeding the chick peas. The bream will eventually feed out and the carp will be on it, and that's exactly what's just happened. Now, if any of you matchmen are watching this, I only thought about this today, if you want to get your weights up, I mean, I've had a few bream and I've had those 3 nice carp. It could be a secret weapon for you. I don't know many matches or contests that would ban them. Might be worth thinking about. Right, okay, so it's 4-0 now to the Tesco Chick Peas. I'm not going to weigh this one, but I'm going to say it's got to be £13, I'd have thought. First mirror of the day. Nice one, catch you in a bit. So it's 4-1 to Tesco. And yeah, I'd say about £12 again. I'm not going to weigh this one. I've got a feeling it could be a busy night tonight, but I'm over the moon, and I think I'll nickname this one Popeye, I think, for obvious reasons. Okay, to summarise today then, yeah, I've really enjoyed it so far. Tonight's going to be very interesting though for me, because I've never done camera work at night, and the camera I've got, as good as it is, isn't designed to work at night. But I'm going to set up the best I can with the light in here. It's interesting actually, because on this side of the pool there was fish caught, fair play. One or two lads to my right they'd caught, but I think overall I'd say on the chickpeas they've done me proud today. They have really blitzed it today, and there's been some nice carp, as I'm sure you saw. It'll be interesting now to see how things go tonight. The wind's picked up actually, strangely enough. And yeah, but I found it really interesting as well that the right rod, which was on the ALDI Chick Peas, the curry powder, they came like a, well, they're in there, you can see them here, they're like a yellow colour. And I've had some nice Bream, don't get me wrong, but the Bream have absolutely blitzed them. But strangely enough, the Paprika, I've had a couple, but the vast majority, as you know, the 4 carp I've had have all been on the Paprika, and it's a red tinge. Now, I'm not saying that has anything to do with it, but it does make me wonder. So, oh yeah, it's probably around about 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night now. It's got to be there or thereabouts. And yeah, the weather conditions have turned dramatically actually. I would say they're more of a south-southeasterly. It's cutting right across the back of my bivvy, and it's a good, I'd say 20-30 mile an hour winds, but they're cold, to be perfectly honest with you. I've had about 3 or 4 Bream, no carp, nothing like that at all at this stage. I have put them out now. Put a bit more feed out, try and feed them out a little bit, but it is tricky. I'm not entirely sure, but I think there's a couple of guys opposite me, close to the peg that I was on, I think probably peg 35 and 36, and I think they may have had 1 or 2. I'm not entirely sure, but I thought I heard something. That wouldn't surprise me given the wind direction's changed so much. It's more towards their direction, so if the fish are following the wind, then there's a chance that's where they are. But yeah, sadly nothing at the moment. I am set up, however, kind of, that if I do get something I can get it all lit up, so I hope so. Okay, yeah, so well, that's the finale for me, I'm afraid. Last night couldn't get through the Bream. Had 4 or 5 Bream last night, one about 3 in the morning. Yeah, one of those. The low pressure system kicked in. It did drop very cold last night, and being on the shallow end of the pool, I don't think that helped. I think it cooled the water off, in particular this part of the lake, pretty quickly. The deeper parts behind, well, just to the left of me there, one of those. But I hope you liked the video. I certainly enjoyed catching those carp yesterday. So yeah, if you like what you've seen, smash up the like button. And if you want to see more, hit the subscribe. Thanks for watching.